GETTYNicola Sturgeon is under pressure to explain which prisoners she thinks should be given the vote. It follows a dispute between the UK and European Court of Human Rights, which ruled in 2005 that a blanket ban was illegal. Westminster agreed a compromise last year which will extend the franchise to around 100 prisoners in England and Wales, such as those jailed for non-payment of fines. However, SNP, Labour, and Lib Dem MSPs on Holyrood's Equality and Human Rights Committee said all prisoners in Scotland should be allowed to take part in elections. Only the two staunch Tories on the committee were opposed, and party colleague Murdo Fraser raised the topic at First Minister's Questions today. "We have an obligation to make sure that our laws in this country are compliant with the European Convention on Human Rights." Nicola Sturgeon. Ms. Sturgeon said, "I'm not making any criticism of the committee. The committee looked at this issue and has made recommendations as they are entitled to do. We now have a power devolved to us that was previously reserved. Therefore we have an obligation to make sure that our laws in this country are compliant with the European Convention on Human Rights. It is my view that we should not give the vote to all prisoners. I'm certainly not persuaded of enfranchising prisoners who are in prison for the most serious and heinous crimes and are perhaps in prison for lengthy periods of time, and I don't think that is required to comply with the ECHR." Getty. Murdo Fraser raised the topic at First Minister's Questions today. Mr. Fraser raised the view of John Merritt, the Justice campaigner whose son, Damien, was stabbed to death in 2007, and said that such a move would be an obscenity. Mr. Fraser said afterwards, "The First Minister clearly disagrees with SNP members on the Equality and Human Rights Committee. The question she must now answer is which convicted criminals she would like to give the vote to. There is absolutely no public support for rapists and murderers being able to vote. Currently, prisoners on remand are allowed to vote, as are those with an electronic tag." The committee said the ban did not serve the interests of society, democracy or rehabilitation. Allowing all prisoners to vote would extend the franchise to the likes of unrepentant serial killers Peter Tobin and Angus Sinclair. Committee convener Christina McKelvey said, "We are acutely aware that prison is a place people go to be punished, and that there will be individual cases people find distasteful, but we need to think about rehabilitation, and not further excluding and alienating people from society."